Hey, I'm back. And this time around, I am going to restring my bass ukulele. I picked this guy up about a month ago. Very reasonable price. I was quite excited about it. And these are the original strings I think that actually came on the bass. And so I asked for some new strings for Christmas, and I was kind enough to be given some. So, and someone was kind enough to give me some. How about that? Anyway, I've never restrung a bass like this before with these types of strings. They're very interesting string, very rubbery, very flexible, and I've never restrung one of these. So this is my first time ever restringing one of these things. Gonna throw these on there, and hopefully not screw it up too badly. All right, so apparently there are instructions inside. So step one, read the flippin' manual, right? So, there they are. Very cool. Interesting end on that goes down into the bridge, and then just an end. Just cut off. You can see really stretchy. Let's see what these instructions have to say. Besides just saying, just put them on the bass. Not bad. Not overly lengthy. But it gives you a nice diagram of how it's supposed to go through the bridge. We're going to take a minute, read this a bit, and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, these are the old strings. I did find a YouTube video. That's actually where the instructions kind of direct you, is to a YouTube link. And I found a YouTube video. They've got a few of them. I found this one that actually seems to be pretty good. I'll put a link to it down in the description. And it describes how to put these on properly. And I'm going to take these old strings off right now, and then we'll put the new ones on. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to just point out here real fast. It's kind of interesting. The smaller ones, actually most of the strings, now that I look at it, they're all held on onto the bridge with these zip ties, is all it is. There's just maybe one or two zip ties on the ends, and that's what keeps it on the back side of the bass. And then also, particularly on the A string, I don't know if it does come across a little bit. You can see how old and kind of like stained, or it's almost like a rust stain. I'm not really sure what exactly it's from. The frets don't look that bad, so I don't know really what that's from, but kind of interesting. This is the E string. We thread it up through here. Very snug fit. It shouldn't be slipping through. These strings stretch so much that, as you can see, just by pulling on it, I can get it to go well beyond the headstock. On the video, they recommend to give them a good hand stretch before you actually start wrapping it around the post. I got the first string on, and a little different than how the video portrays it. I may have actually gotten strings that are a bit actually too short, but at least with the E string, the only way that I got it to stay, because the strings have a bit of a slippiness to them, the only way I got it to stay was to put the end down into the post and then start wrapping it after that. Doing it the way they recommended on the video didn't work because my string actually wasn't long enough to work that way. So in a bit of a strange course of events here, the D and the G string actually don't fit. When I try to thread them through the back of the bass, they won't go through. The hole's too small. I was originally going to just restring it back with the old strings, but then I started thinking about it, and I didn't want to do that. And they really weren't that much. The strings weren't that much bigger, so I barely just kind of drilled out the holes a little bit. Long story short, I now have the proper strings. got all the strings on, up to pitch, and it actually looks so much cooler with the black. My understanding is these stretch like crazy for quite a while actually, and so you're constantly having to keep tuning them. All right, we're all finished. It's all restrung. Looks so much better in black, and now we just keep tuning, a lot of tuning. They stretch a lot, so, but it works great.